Here we are in New York, it's early morning, and we're here for the Africa-Europe Foundation Women Leaders. This is a critical moment for the international community, a critical moment for Africa-Europe to see, can they step up together as neighbouring continents and take on this major issue of trust deficit when it comes to multilateralism? Can Africa-Europe work together, step up, and demonstrate and inspire leadership that can really take the world community into new territory? We're going to be talking about very pragmatic areas of cooperation, from finance and tax cooperation to areas like global health and climate adaptation.
The word multilateralism, that doesn't translate into many languages, but it does mean us getting together in our global village and shining a light where it's not.
In these challenging times, we must look at the opportunities within the crisis. And Africa-Europe can step up to try to create and take advantage of those opportunities.
In a context of global transformation, this is the moment for Africa-Europe. Our partnership has the potential to act as a stabilizing force, a multiplier of progress, and a platform for innovative cooperation.
It is a defining moment for how we want to take that partnership forward. And it has to be based on a different narrative. The rhetoric has to change. If this is not a co-creating, collaborative, respectful relationship, it's not going to work. So the hashtag Road to Luanda 25 is really important.
The EU has been Africa's largest trading partner. It's the destination of 29% of African goods exports last year, and is the source of about 24% of our imports.
Going into Africa, EU-AU cooperation, we've got to look at the diversifying of the supply chains.
Trade will become more and more important because we are seeing aid flows go down, and we have to raise more domestic resources. How do we do it? How do we get the foreign exchange to pay for the things we need? We can't do that unless we trade more. So that's why paying attention to what's happening in trade is critically important. The perception of risk on the continent wrongly is too high. What can we do to sweep away some of these perceptions so that investments can come in?
We're not going to break through on trade or any of these other issues if we are not collaborating around technology transfer, around domestic finance mobilization, around regional integration, around intra-Africa trade, and the imperative to invest in making development investable.
Development cannot be discussed without economics and without financing. There is economic multipolarity, and economic multipolarity carries the promise of decentralization. But the question is if we will have multipolarity with multilateralism. And multilateralism is a choice. And that's why the road to Luanda, Africa and Europe together have to have such a strong force, because multilateralism will depend on us.
Africa is determined to take its future into its own hands. It is now time to rebuild ourselves, to be prepared to take over, and we will look forward to the partnership that will enable us to build our own domestic revenue systems, to enable us to be able to have a seat at all global tables and discuss matters.
These are incredible times with opportunities. We have the agency, we can be in the right side of history, and we have to make it happen in the right coalitions. Africa and Europe are a basis for that to happen.
We are going to Luanda, but it's not just going to Luanda, the capital. It's not a destination, but we need to have an agenda to shape the next chapter of Africa-Europe.
Multilateralism is a choice, and it's about coalitions. And the coalition between Europe and Africa has already made things happen.